Hey, what's going on everyone? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing CyberGhost in 2020 and see whether or not they might be the right provider for you. And also in this video, I'm going to be covering such things as price, security, logging, servers, and towards the end of the video, I'm even going to go ahead and connect to a geo-blocked server using CyberGhost in real time, just so you guys can see whether or not they are actually working. And quickly, just before I get stuck in, if you are looking to get started with CyberGhost, then don't forget to check out the massive 79% discount link down below in the video description. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing I looked into when reviewing CyberGhost was the price. So for myself personally, this is a major consideration as I obviously don't want to be overpaying for a VPN when I can go ahead and get a similar service, if not a better service at a cheaper price. So in this particular category, I would say CyberGhost actually does extremely well, especially when compared to their major competitors such as ExpressVPN and NordVPN. And their pricing is $6.49 and $3.49. So CyberGhost definitely is competitively priced, coming in at $2.75 based on their 3-year plan. So you do have to pay $99 up front, but even when compared to the other VPN providers out there, this is still incredibly cheap. And as for the payment methods for CyberGhost, they pretty much cover everything under the sun, such as major credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, and even Bitcoin as well. So in this particular category, CyberGhost does extremely well. So the next thing I looked into when reviewing CyberGhost was the amount of servers they have on offer and also the amount of countries that you can connect to. So if you're looking to maybe use a VPN for accessing different versions of Netflix, or maybe even different streaming platforms such as Voot, BBC Player, HBO Go, and those kinds of things, then having a really large amount of servers and also a large amount of locations is incredibly important. So in this particular category, CyberGhost actually does quite well as they do have 5,745 servers to choose from in over 89 countries. So I think from the top of my head, NordVPN has 5,200 and ExpressVPN has around 3,000. So in this particular category, CyberGhost actually performs a lot better than their major competitors, and they also do have quite a respectable amount of countries that you can connect to as well. So again, in this particular category, CyberGhost also comes out on top. Okay guys, so the next thing I looked into was the security, encryption, the logging, and also the torrenting capabilities of CyberGhost. So when it comes to the VPN protocol that CyberGhost is using, they are utilizing the Open VPN protocol, which has now become the gold standard amongst VPN providers out there. So this definitely is a good thing to have, but now it is pretty standard, so it's nothing that surprising really. And then next we have the EES 256 military grade encryption, and this has also become the benchmark for kind of other VPN providers. So those two things definitely are great to see. And as for the torrenting, for myself personally, I've been using CyberGhost to download torrents anonymously, and it's hid my personal IP address and replaced it with another with no issues whatsoever. And as for the logging policy of CyberGhost, I definitely would say they have more of a stronger stance on their logging. They don't take any timestamps, any logging data, and anything of that nature. So if you really are looking for a VPN that has a strong focus on privacy and also security, then I would say that CyberGhost actually does a really fantastic job in this particular category. Okay guys, so the next thing I looked into when reviewing CyberGhost in 2020 was the amount of devices that you can connect to simultaneously on a single account, and also the compatibility of different platforms as well. So as of making this video, you can connect up to 7 devices on a single CyberGhost account. And as for that number, I'd say it's pretty good. It's not the best out there, and it's definitely not the worst. I know that ExpressVPN does allow you to connect up to 5 devices, Nord does allow you to connect up to 6. But if you look at their other competitors like IPVanish, they do allow you to connect up to 10. So I'd say CyberGhost is kind of middle of the ground. And in the future, I definitely would like them to kind of add extra devices for their accounts. But for personal use, I'd say they do a pretty good job. And as for the type of devices that you can connect, they pretty much cover everything under the sun that you would like to connect to, such as your major platforms such as Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and then also some extra devices like the Amazon Fire TV, the Apple TV, and also consoles like their PlayStation and Xbox. So in this particular category, I'd say CyberGhost does pretty well. However, I would like them to add extra devices in the coming months and years. So the next thing I looked into when reviewing CyberGhost was the jurisdiction of the company. And this is actually a very important consideration, especially if you're looking to utilize a VPN with a strict no logging policy. And as for CyberGhost, their jurisdiction is out of the 14 Eyes Alliance, which definitely is a big thumbs up. And Romania actually doesn't have to adhere to any data retention laws. So in this particular category, CyberGhost does an extremely great job. Okay guys, so the next thing I looked into when reviewing CyberGhost was their compatibility, reliability, and also performance when connecting to certain geo-blocked servers on the Netflix platform. So from my own experience with using CyberGhost over the past month, they've actually allowed me to bypass geo-blocked restrictions with no issues whatsoever. And as for their speeds, I'd say they're pretty good. They're definitely not the fastest out there, especially when compared to IPVanish and ExpressVPN. But for the price that you do pay, I'd say it's a pretty good balance. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is go ahead and open up my Netflix account and connect to an American-based server in real time, just so you guys can get a feel for the CyberGhost app and also an indication of speeds and performance when connecting to a geo-blocked server. So I'll just go ahead and do that one now. So now that I'm over here on my Netflix account, I'll just show you guys a quick overview of the app and also connect to an American-based server. So I'll just go ahead and open up the CyberGhost desktop app. So this is pretty much it guys. It's very simple and easy to kind of navigate. And if I want to go ahead and kind of open up extra features and settings, I can just go ahead and toggle on this little arrow. And this will now allow me to go ahead and search for particular cities and countries, and also adjust extra settings such as split tunneling, kill switches, access to the Tor network, and heaps of others as well. So just to keep it simple for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and connect to an American-based server. So I'll go ahead and search for the United States. And if I want to kind of extend the options, I can go ahead and toggle on this little arrow here. And this will now allow me to go ahead and select a certain server. So just say, for example, I want to go ahead and connect to Atlanta. I can just go ahead and click on that one. And then I can go ahead and toggle on the VPN. And this will go ahead and connect me to the fastest server in that particular location. And as you can see guys, I'm now connected to a server, and this will go ahead and connect my entire computer, including all of my browsers, whether that's Safari, Google Chrome, or Firefox. And this means I don't have to download any third-party plugins on each individual browser. So now that I'm connected, I'll go back to my Netflix account. I'll refresh the browser. And this will actually go ahead and load me onto the American-based version of Netflix. And then once I'm here, I can now go ahead and search for TV shows and movies that aren't available in my particular location. And just to show you guys an example of that, I'll go ahead and search for The Office, which is one of my personal favorites, and I've been binge watching the hell out of this TV show at the moment. So I'll just go ahead and search for that one. And as you can see guys, I now have access to The Office TV show, plus additional titles that aren't available in my particular location, such as Parks and Recreation, New Girl, Better Call Saul, Criminal Minds, and the list pretty much keeps going on. And this really only scratches the surface to the amount of content that is available in different countries. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and play a really small snippet of this in real time with no edits whatsoever, just to show you guys a real world indication of what it's like to use CyberGhost VPN for accessing geo-blocked content. And just to show you guys I'm still connected, I can just click on this CyberGhost icon, and as you can see guys, I'm still connected to that same server. So I'll just minimize this one, and I'll just go ahead and play a really small snippet of this in real time. So I'll just let this one play out. And from my typical experience with using CyberGhost VPN, it does take around maybe 10 to 25 seconds to get started, depending on the time of day that you are trying to connect. And this also does depend on how many people are on each individual server as well. So this definitely is something to take into account. And if you are looking for faster speeds, then maybe IPVanish or ExpressVPN are a better option, as their speeds are around the 5 to 15 second mark. But you definitely do have to pay a premium for those faster speeds. But if you are looking to save a few dollars per month and get a VPN that kind of still does deliver pretty good speeds, then CyberGhost actually is a pretty good option. So again guys, I'll just let this load out, and this actually is taking longer than usual. We're kind of hitting that 30-second mark at the moment. But again, I want to show you guys a real-world indication of what it's like to actually use these VPNs. Sometimes they're faster, sometimes they're slower. So there you have it guys, that's my comprehensive review of CyberGhost VPN. As for my personal experience of using this provider, I've actually been pleasantly surprised, as they do allow me to go ahead and access geo-blocked content at a really cheap price. And they're also great for their security and encryption. So if you guys are looking to get started with CyberGhost, then again, don't forget to check out the massive 79% discount link down below in the video description. So there you have it guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions about CyberGhost VPN, accessing geo-blocked content, or anything along those lines, then feel free to comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.